Today's video will be about flossing alternatives. Okay, I get asked all the time, is flossing important? Yes. Is it really that important? Yes. I mean, I'll brush 3 times daily. Isn't that enough? No. Okay, let's put it this way. Who the heck goes into the shower like this? Almost nobody, right? You know, you gotta get into the nooks and crannies and you gotta clean every inch of your body, right? Because if you keep showering like this and not cleaning every part of your body, by like the 6th or 7th day, you're gonna start smelling like helba, right? And we don't want that for you, bro. We don't want that for you. So it's pretty much the same with flossing. As a matter of fact, flossing is more important than brushing because brushing simply is just an augmentation to what your tongue and saliva already do. Your tongue and saliva already do a good job at cleaning the front and back surface of your teeth. What they can do is get in between the teeth. So that's a job that depends entirely on you by flossing. You gotta floss, or you have to use an alternative to flossing. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so last thing before we get into what this video is actually about, I want to talk about habits. Flossing could be really annoying in the beginning. It could look something like that. But if you make it a habit and put in the effort, your brain is going to start thinking less and your neuromuscular system is going to start taking over and it will become natural and it will start looking something like this. So yeah, it's not about how hard flossing is, it's about how easy you make it for yourself if you put in the effort. Having that said, if you're still not convinced, let's talk about the alternatives. Alright, so I'm sitting here with some of the gadgets that I occasionally use for flossing. I got Mr. J here for demonstration purposes. By the way, if you got that reference, I love you. You're an amazing geek. Before we begin, these are not the only flossing alternatives out there. There may be more. I think I just filtered out the best of the best in order to save time for you. So without further ado, let's get started. First in line of the alternatives are Floss Holders. Floss Holders, unfortunately, I don't have with me right now. Here's my experience with Floss Holders. They're not so good when you're using them on your back teeth because it's hard to angle them on your posterior teeth. If you're using floss holders and they're working for you, that's good. But for me, I tried using them. I know I just went immediately back to normal flossing. They didn't work for me, especially in the posterior region. Okay, next in line, we got our proxy brush. This guy right here. They got a 90-degree angle right here, which I think is a good idea in order for you to get in the posterior region easier. The tip here, we got like some bristles coming out of it, similar to toothbrush bristles. They do wear out eventually, so you can't keep using this forever. You're gonna have to change it after maybe 3 months. So the way it's used is pretty easy on the anterior area, of course, pretty simple. On the posterior area, it's also going to be easy because it's angulated, so you can easily insert it in between the posterior teeth, like that. Some patients did have trouble using the proxy brushes because they claimed that their teeth are so tightly in contact with each other, so when they tried to insert this, it would just bend. It wouldn't really go in. Next in line is a toothpick. Simple, right? Toothpick, bro. The plastic ones, they look like this. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but they do look like that. I prefer these ones more than the wooden ones. I think they're a bit more sturdy. You try to insert it in the embrasure of your teeth. It comes out from the other end. Perfect, that's exactly what I want. These guys are really good and efficient, and they're also very pocket friendly. If you're having lunch outside, if you're having dinner outside, you can just snap it out of your pocket and use it. Next in line is my water pick. If you do have a water pick at home, or if you're planning to buy a water pick, you can go ahead and throw your proxy brush away. You can go ahead and throw your toothpicks away. If you have the floss holder, you can throw that away as well. There's a water container here. You fill that with water. You can fill that with mouthwash if you want, but it doesn't really make a difference. Water is just good, and you can adjust the pressure here. As you go up, the pressure goes up. As you go down, the pressure goes down. I prefer using it on the highest pressure. I got used to it. It usually comes with several tips. This is the most commonly used tip. This is another interdental tip. This guy here is for cleaning your tongue. This is a tongue cleaner, which is really important, by the way. This guy here is used for pockets. The way it works is you put the tip in the interdental areas and then you release the valve. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess, but here we go. Perfect. The high pressure is very good at cleaning the areas in between your teeth. This is very easy to use. It's easier than floss, it's easier than floss holders, it's easier than proxy brushes and toothpicks, and it's also the most efficient one to use. The downside is that it's a little pricey, but it's worth every penny you spend on. Also, it's not very pocket friendly, obviously. Don't forget to tell me in the comments which is your favorite flossing method. And if you're not flossing, tell me if this helped you initiate the step. Your feedback, likes, views, and shares are all appreciated. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.